Hey everybody, this is Isabella from Girls to the Front with Real Talk New Orleans. I am here interviewing the Callie Hines today. I'm going to give you guys kind of a brief bio about Callie right now. So Callie is a queer, classically trained singer-songwriter that currently resides in Hammond, Louisiana, where we are right now. Their sound leans towards Americana and folk, with a songwriting style that is deeply personal and reflective. Their debut EP, Tell Me Why I've Come Home, was released at the beginning of 2023 in January, and I can say from listening to it that it is absolutely fantastic, hearing it live as well. Alongside their solo work, Callie also plays with their band Jupiter Flood, a project that expands their sound with fuller instrumentation while keeping the same emotional honesty at its core. In addition to performing, they also give personal music lessons here in the space that we're currently in. So, hello, Callie.
Hi.
How are you doing, first of all, today?
I'm doing wonderful. It's
Wonderful.
a beautiful rainy day.
Awesome. Well, let's first start with, kind of your queer identity. So how has that, I guess, shaped maybe the way that you see the world or your community, and what does being queer mean to you? What does being a queer singer-songwriter mean to you?
So I grew up in a queer family.
Period. Love that.
My mom and my aunt are both gay, and so it wasn't anything new. When I came out, they were like, yeah, we know. And when I came out as non-binary, they were very accepting. I think, the most common thing has been, well, you're a girl still. And
whatever. Tomato, tomato.
I'm like, it's interesting because I think people believe that when I talk about being non-binary that I've just abandoned my girlhood or even abandoned my masculinity.
Right.
And neither of those things are true to who I am. I still hold my girlhood very dear to me. In the music world, though, I don't think many people bat an eye.
Yeah.
I know that the band that I'm in is full of queer folks, two non-binary folks, and it's definitely living in the South has been a struggle being queer.
Right.
But that's just being queer in general. Being
So
non-binary doesn't add anything to that.
Right.
Except that, I get lots of, wait, you're not using that correctly. It's either she or he. I'm like, they and them can be used in place.
Yes,
of any of those,
they
my
very
friends.
much can. Yeah, those two, girlhood and masculinity, are not, they're, not mutually exclusive, right?
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
very well said. Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you.
I
Of
love
course,
that.
yeah.
I'm going to move on to some questions.
I would love
All right. So, number one, what is, or I guess we're cutting that. What is a song from your childhood that still kind of feels like home?
Oh, wow. Nickel Creek, Lighthouse.
Okay.
I am a lighthouse born by the weather and the waves. And I think that is something that has always been like a staple of my sound. I hear the mandolins in my head and the violin playing that pretty little part. And whenever I write music, I'm like, I want it to sound like that.
You go back and you just listen to it and you're like, this isn't quite Lighthouse enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that.
And then they all just sound like Lighthouse by Nickel Creek.
That's great. Cool. Awesome. So when did you first realize that music wasn't just like a hobby for you?
I don't think it was really ever a hobby. It was like, it was more of the family business.
Okay.
Everybody played music.
Yeah.
Everyone. My grandma played piano. My aunt and my mom both played guitar, Melissa Etheridge style.
Yes. Well, good old Mary.
Yeah, good old Mary. Good old Susie.
Good old Susie.
Susie plays her some guitar too.
That's awesome.
And then we all sang. So music has always meant community to me. And when I started doing it professionally, I just leaned into that feeling, and it's what's led me to actually being a part of this space here.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome. Yeah. I love that music being community. It's true. It really is. It brings people together.
It connects me to all sorts of cool people.
Exactly. Period. So what artist or band, okay, and you can give your top 5.
Okay.
All right, because I know I would have to. What artist or band would you say most shaped your sound?
Brandy Carlisle.
Okay, number 1, just Brandy Carlisle right off the bat.
Right off the
You
bat.
heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks.
Well, Brandy Carlisle has been a big part of my music journey. Before that, it was Jody Messina or Shania Twain, Alison Krauss.
Hell yeah.
Melissa Etheridge, the Indigo Girls. Brandy Carlisle I put at the top of the list specifically because I love a good howl. And man, does that woman howl. Maybe I just like to hear women yell, but
So,
that's all my trauma. But
Not the trauma. Bringing out the trauma dump.
No,
Love it.
They deserve it.
Yes,
you deserve it.
Yeah, period. I love that. So yeah, so mainly kind of just like I guess queer coded folk and country.
I feel like all folk is queer coded.
So
I feel like
true.
We're all
I mean,
queer-coded.
Joni Mitchell, that bitch has got to be a little gay.
Look, I didn't even see Joan. I didn't even say Joni. Sorry, Joni. God, I was like 4 or 5 years old the first time that I can really remember listening to Circle Game and being in my mom's living room in front of this big wood burning fireplace, and my dad having tapes and hearing Joni Mitchell come out of these big old tall speakers. And Joni was such a important part of my childhood. She was the one that, like, I would press play when I wanted to cry. You know, we all have crying music. You have crying music, right?
Yeah.
So those women truly have shaped everything about the way that I play and sing.
Good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So Brandi Carlile, Joni Mitchell, Melissa Etheridge,
Indigo
Girls,
Allison Krauss.
Cool. Awesome.
Shania, Jody Messina.
Period. I don't know Jody Messina.
Bye bye, love. I'll catch you later.
No, damn.
It's okay.
I'm uneducated, guys.
I'll educate you. That's fine.
Thank you.
I'll share the links.
How do you want people to feel after hearing you play live?
How do I want people to feel?
Yeah.
I want them to be sad. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, hey.
I want them to feel.
Yeah.
That's
right.
it, period. I think a lot of times the world requires us to numb ourselves and to depart from our true emotions. So when we listen to music, it gives us an excuse to feel emotional. And no one's going to really judge you for feeling emotional about music, because everybody feels something with music, you know? So, yeah.
Just feeling, in this capitalistic hellscape we live in. You gotta go to work, but then when you get to see live music, it's your downtime.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That hour between work to and from, you know, that most people have to do.
Right.
You know, sitting there listening to music, it's a form of transportation for all of us.
Yes, absolutely. Very well said.
Thank you.
I like that. What was your favorite gig that you've ever played, and why do you feel like it was special?
Oh, Snug
I have a guess, but wait.
What was your
I was
guess?
going to say when you played for your sisters for St. Jude.
Oh, well, those events were always incredible. My little sister was diagnosed with leukemia in 2016 actually, and we traveled and sang at venues around the United States for different galas and fundraisers that St. Jude did, and she told her story, and then we would sing together. So yeah, that holds a very special place in my heart, because it's so unique to Emily and I and our siblingship. It's what we've always done. And when I was sick as a kid, I didn't walk for 2 years. I have a type of muscular dystrophy. And she would come and sit with me and sing for me when I couldn't sing. And I would teach her how to do the different harmonies. So, of course, that was very special to me. But I played a show when I was about 15 years old with my mentor, Spencer Bowen, at Snug Harbor off Frenchman. And I was wearing...
How old were you?
15.
15, okay.
Yeah. I had done these summer workshops with him. They had about 15... 60-year-old and plus white men.
Oh yeah,
and
we love it. You know, they're just standing there judging you. Is this little person gonna get up on the stage and actually play music?
Right. At first,
do they even know
I
how to hold their
just
guitar?
sat to the back of the room, and I had this like cheap Takamine G series that I was playing, and by the end of it, they were convinced. They knew. They just saw that I had a passion even at such a young age. I had been playing for 8 years already, or 10, almost, 8 years. And I, by the end of it, they bought me a guitar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The old white
guitar-
men?
Yeah, all of the old white men bought me my guitar that I still play
That
today.
is crazy.
And
Aw.
look, if any of you
So
watch
may-
this, I love you all. You are old white men, but I do appreciate you and love you from the bottom of my heart. They all became like my dads and my grandfathers, you know. They were
Oh,
just
wow.
such cuties and supported me and, you know, encouraged me when things were tough for me to do. I'm not one that likes to be taught.
Yeah, right.
It is something that I have to take breaths through and get out of my own way to receive leadership. Just because I grew up in a family that was like, you're the leader, right?
Yeah.
You're the
Capricorn.
Yeah, I'm a Capricorn as well, and so but my family's Tauruses. Most of them, they're all like Tauruses and Leos. Love it. And they all just kind of pushed me to be a leader. So when it came to receiving instruction, it was this different story. But all those people were so special to me. And Spencer, my mentor, he passed away a while back of cancer, but he was just one of the best guitarists I'd ever met. And I remember being on stage at Snug Harbor in this blue formal gown.
I can't even picture you in a gown.
I'll send you pictures. We're picturing it here. Me in a blue dress.
We'll have it here.
Yeah. And that night was just so much fun. It was the first time that I had felt accepted into the New Orleans music scene.
Yeah.
And to be so loved and supported by Spencer, like I can still see his face watching me play, you know? So I think that's why that one's special to me. Yeah.
You trying to get emotion out of me?
I've been a sad girl lately.
Oh, yeah.
So if we want to cry, honey, let's press play on the Joni Mitchell.
Press play on Blue. Okay, awesome. Well, yeah, thank you for sharing. That's really cool. Disclaimer, guys, her sister is alive and well. Shout out to Emily. She's getting married right this year, huh?
In October. To the man of her dreams.
Yes.
He's a Navy man.
Right. So it's a happy story. She's not gone,
She's,
you know.
She's very well.
Yes. Cool. Awesome. Okay, this one's for me.
Okay.
This is my final question, and then we can just kind of talk. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, probably What's Up.
Hell yeah.
By Four Non-Blondes.
Right. Wait, let's do a little rendition for our viewers, okay?
And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out what's in my head, and
I'm feeling
a little peculiar.
And so I wake in the morning and
Step outside and I take a deep breath, then I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on?
Okay, good.
Hey, 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 hey.
Okay. Anyway, awesome. So yeah, that is a good one. That's a crowd pleaser.
It is and that's
yeah.
I aim to please Bella.
Yeah, I know. I do not. If you guys come to one of my DJ gigs, I'm not fucking taking requests. All right, fuck that. And yeah, you also do a good rendition of Fast Car, huh?
Yeah, I love Fast Car.
Or wait, is it a? Do you do a different Tracy Chapman song?
Do Give Me One Reason.
Oh, it's Give Me One Reason.
Yeah, I love that song.
All right, don't quote me there. Sorry, guys.
I mean, you can. I do a good rendition of all the songs that I play.
I mean, hey,
look, the other day I was playing at this Mexican restaurant. I'm like, I really don't like the way I play this song.
Yeah.
I was like, this is just a shit cover. I removed it. I kind of just like blocked it out from my head. I'm like, never playing this again.
Trauma response.
It's definitely a trauma response. Yeah. I'm hard on myself to the degree of I know that there's two types of music, good music and bad music. Okay. So when when I'm sitting there and I'm listening to a song and I'm playing it and I'm like, this is a good song, but this is good music, but you're making a bad music right now.
Right.
And it's, gotta be honest. If I don't like hearing it, other people probably won't enjoy hearing it.
Yeah.
And some things just don't translate to doing a solo acoustic set.
Yeah, that is
Apple Bottom Jeans is really hard to play on acoustic guitar. You laugh. I have had that requested so many times. That and Pony.
You're like, how the fuck am I supposed to pull off Genuine right now?
And I do. But I've stopped playing it because the last time I played it, some very drunk lady grabbed my mic stand and was grinding on it, which appreciate your performance.
Yeah, like, I mean, A+ performance, everything's great. Yeah.
But honey, get your coin if you're going to do it.
Somebody get their woman.
Yeah, honestly, I was like,
go to an open poll night.
We can't both use this. Right. I mean, if you'd like it, I'll step away. But if you want me to be saying, come on, let's do it, jump on it, you know, ride my pony, one of us has to be riding the mic. And it can't be the both of us, honey. So
I love that. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Some insightful answers, definitely. Hopefully.
You know, I'm full of insight.
Yes. Oh, yes, I do know that.
I always have something to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say to our viewers?
Do I have anything to say? There's lots to
final
say.
Thoughts, closing notes.
I think that if I had anything to offer the viewers, it would be to remain true to yourself. You define who you are. You can be anything that you want to be, and that community should remain at the center of all that we do. Because without people to lean into and work towards a common goal with, we will continue to feel empty.
Yep.
So when I write my music and when I play my shows, I think the thing that I'm really trying to get across to people is just like lean into your feelings, lean into the people that surround you, and have good times and bad times with you, and to like trust it. Yeah,
that's awesome. Good.
That's a lot to say.
No, I love that. No, it's definitely true. I definitely feel like, you know, especially since COVID, the sense of community has like dwindled. When we went back to real life, you know, during COVID, you had your little, I don't know about you, but I had my little pod of people, and we just hung out all the time because we were basically unemployed. And now it's like, since COVID, it's like things have so drastically changed. But yeah.
COVID was a very solitary time for me. I was in a relationship that had just kind of been shattered.
Yeah.
I was unfaithful, and I spent COVID like paying my due, right?
Right. Which an unconditional love, like,
right, and
break up, or you should.
That's exactly what it was, right? I was like loving someone unconditionally, and
not doing the same.
I feel like I did receive love from that person, but we were very different.
Right.
And more power to her for living her true and authentic life. Now, like I said, I got tattooed on my arm a year after the pandemic, truth, because a lot of my life growing up, I felt like I had to lie about who I was, what I was doing, where I was at, I just had fabricated a world around me as a teenager and into my adulthood that looked like other people thought my life should look like. And I presented a view of myself to folks that wasn't authentic.
Yeah.
And I, during the pandemic, spent a lot of time just in that thought of what does your adult life even look like?
Right.
Who are you?
Callie?
Who is Callie? And so that's actually when I realized that I believe gender was a social construct, that we would all be much happier living as beings.
Right. Didn't confine ourselves.
And I tell people all the time, like, I identify as a lesbian. And they're like, you're non-binary. And I'm like, do you want me to say that I'm a sapphic pansexual? Which is fine.
Right. Just
sure, I'm a sapphic pansexual, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
But like, I think all these labels that we create have a place, and I understand that they're to protect us. But in my perfect, utopia world, we all live without labels in our villages.
Yep.
With people that think like us and move like we do and support each other, because I know in my heart that the reason we struggle today is because we were removed from our villages. We were removed from our communities and
communal.
told to thrive
Yep.
in this capitalist society, and that the answer to all your problems was making more money
and buying more shit.
Right. If you made more money, you could buy more things
and be happy.
Right. And
so
I don't
helping
believe
your
that.
neighbor and right.
So when the reason I started here truly was after the first meeting we had. I had reached out to them about teaching lessons, having a lesson space, and they were like, "Sure, let's meet." So we sat down for our first meeting, and it was a room full of women, even the pastor.
Oh, love that.
Who also identifies as LGBTQ.
Oh, wow.
And I was sitting there listening to these women talk, and it felt like my life, like my home life.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing all these strong women share all their views about how they want to see this space that we're in, but also the entire campus be used as a community forward space, not as just a place to worship.
Mm-hmm.
And if you decide you want to worship, that's fine. But like the space is for people to thrive.
Right.
So I'm in my community era.
Oh, in my community matriarch era.
Right. I'm in my gardening era.
Or matriarch.
Matriarch, I think.
Period. Coining that term.
We say theydies in my house. Hello, theydies. How's it going? Exactly. But I feel like it all kind of ties back in to music at the end of the day, because the first thing that we do when we're born is take a breath. The last thing that we do is take a breath. And in between all those breaths is the constant rhythm of our heartbeat. Mm-hmm. And
come on, poetry. Come on, poet.
I'll be spitting bars or whatever. You can thank a lot of this speech to my you can thank my partner Bria for a lot of this speech, because
shout out to Bria.
Shout out Bria. To my beautiful lover. She's wonderful, but she graduated with a sociology degree, and we constantly have very deep and thought-provoking conversations about like what is wrong with society. Mm-hmm. I think Miss Gina might be coming in. Hey, come on in. We're finishing up. No, I didn't put a sign because we were just about finished.
Okay, yeah. So do you have any shows coming up?
I do at Mariners in Hammond next Thursday. Awesome. From 7 to 10. I had to count 3 hours on my fingers just now, just to be real. From 7 to 10 with my band Jupiter Flood. Mm-hmm. So come out, see us, all us queer crazies, do our thing.
At the Mariners.
I'll sing you some Melissa Etheridge.
Yeah, if you come. That's actually a threat.
It is a threat.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for reviewing and listening and doing all the things. I'm here with Callie Hines. My name is Isabella.
Love you. Thank you.
Love you too. With Girls to the Front with Real Talk New Orleans. Thank you and good night or good morning or whatever, wherever you may be out in the world.